Hey, how are you guys? Thanks for visiting my channel again. This is Roxanne with Light for the World, and I want to do a quick video today. There's so much happening that I could be covering, and I do plan to cover some various topics like the government coup and takeover, and I don't know if you see it that way or not, but what the scriptures say about what we could do at this time and what this time means. So I'm going to be doing some videos on that, but today I'd like to cover a quick quantum change Mandela effect that has shown up in the Bibles. This one has been there for a while, for years I think, but I'm just covering it again because I was looking up something for a Bible study and I came across this again. So for those of you who don't know about the quantum changes that are happening, the Mandela effect, I've been talking about them since about 2016 when I noticed, and there are several groups on Facebook that talk about this and discuss the different changes, and this is not heresy, and neither is it just outrageous and not happening. Hundreds of people agree on these certain changes and some of the things that have happened, the way things used to be. There's a lot of discussion and agreement on it, so this is not heresy. And I do these videos from time to time just to remind people that we're not in a solid reality. And the Bible never said that we were. It said anything that can be seen or anything physical or that can be seen is not eternal. So anyway, the world that we live in, apparently the powers that be that run things do have the technology to use digital technology, quantum technology, whatever they're using to edit things for the end of times. And this was prophesied in the Bible in Thessalonians that there would be supernatural signs, lying signs and wonders done as the son of perdition comes on the scene during the end of this current age before Jesus' return. And we are at that time. The son of perdition is on the scene. The man of lawlessness. As far as I'm concerned, I can show evidence of that. The Antichrist spirit. Okay, so let's go ahead and cover this scripture. The scripture I'm going to cover today is Genesis 3:15. And we're going to specifically look at the KJV Bible, what's there now, and what used to be there for that scripture. And you guys should go ahead and pull out your physical Bible because these changes are not just on the internet. A digital version of the Bible. They are in our physical Bibles. Our physical Bibles have had quantum changes. So let's look at this scripture real quick. This is Genesis 3:15, and I Googled it, and this is what came up. It says, I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It says, it shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. And that grammatically doesn't even really go together and make too much sense. But the way many of us remember this, the way it used to be is that something like the serpent seed would bruise Adam's heel, but Adam's seed would crush the head of the serpent. That's what I remembered. And many people remember that scripture as being. And so I found a way to find evidence that it used to be that way. But let me go ahead and show you guys real quick what's there now. Let's go ahead and click. This is supposedly what's there, what I just read. I'm going to click this. Genesis 3:15 KJV. And this is what it's saying. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. And it says, it shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. Not quite making sense there. Anyway, okay, so let me go and show you how I found evidence for what used to be there. Okay, so what I did to help find evidence is I did a search on, I put in the Google search bar, how did Jesus crush the serpent's head? Okay, I put that in the search bar because I figured something would come up. So without me talking too much, let me show you what came up. I took a screenshot from my phone. I did this on my phone. So, wow, it's kind of hard to see. Let me see if I can scroll up and down in this thing. Okay, here we go. So I did a search. How did Jesus crush whatever? Okay, and this is what came up when I did the search, you guys. It said, in the Bible, Jesus crushed Satan by defeating him on the cross and rising from the dead. This fulfilled God's promise to bruise the serpent's head. And that doesn't even make sense, because it said that he crushed Satan right there, then bruised the serpent's head. Okay, but anyway, let's go up a little bit. Let me show you here. This is what the AI is saying. It said, look, it put Genesis 3:15. It says, God promised that the seed of the woman would crush the serpent's head. That's what it put down for Genesis 3:15. See? And then it goes on to say, Jesus' death and resurrection destroyed Satan's power. And then Romans 16:20, Paul's message that God would crush Satan under the feet of those who live the Christian faith. So anyway, guys, I don't trust the AI totally, because they can do anything they want these days, the powers that be, and different things can show up in this search results based on what's put into the engine and what they want to present. But anyway, I was able to pull up this evidence, and many say they know it was crush the serpent's head, and that's very important, crush versus bruise. Now you let me know below what you remember and give a reaction. I need to get views to be seen on YouTube. So give me your reaction, let me know what you remember, and I plan to come out with some more videos on current events. There's so much happening. Until then, blessings and peace be to you all, and let's endure to the end.